What's up, Cardfighters? Chris here from Vanguard Central. We got a Nociel Celestial combo for you all. Stay tuned, it's super sweet.
Stand up, Vanguard!
Alright, so our starter is Hope Child Turiel. She is going to help you with that little bit of early game. The swapping is not that important, but getting key cards into your hand is. Like maybe you have the grade 3 Nociel, but you don't have another Nociel, but it's in the damage. Go ahead and grab it while you're on grade 2 with Hope Child Turiel. Maybe you need that grade 3 because Nociel decks are known to run low grade 3 counts. Swap it into your hand with Hope Child Turiel. And so that early game utility is really clutch for her. And she's pretty good late game too, just adding key cards back into your hand. So starting with the triggers, we gotta run the one Refros. So good. No reason not to run it. It's just unflips damage, adds stacks to your power gainers. We know why it's banned already. So we got the one Refros, and pretty obvious too, we got the 4 Nociel stand triggers because it is a Nociel deck. And we're gonna keep going with stands. We have 3 Celestial stands, so that you can start seeing the Celestial part of the deck come in. And since we're running 3, we decided to go with 4 critical. I wanted to go with the 4 critical just to add a little bit more pressure to my attacks. A lot of people either are expecting you to not run any criticals or run like 3. So I just wanted that little extra critical to help. And I didn't really need the extra, like it doesn't change my Celestial names because I would just swap it for a Celestial stand. But I felt the stand was good, and we just wanted the extra critical to kind of push opponents even harder since the Celestial version of the deck is pretty aggressive. So then just to up on the Celestial count even more, we got 2 Celestial heal triggers along with the 2 Sunny Smile Angel just to help you recycle and keep your deck filled with cards, filled with heal triggers so you can keep on going. So the grade 3s, that's it. Just the 4 Nociels. It's pretty crazy. I've played the deck a few times. I did play it at like a local tournament the week before this deck profile, and I didn't get I almost got grade locked once, but I didn't get grade locked the whole time. And it's like a best of 3 with 4 rounds. So I played like 12 games. Never got grade locked once, so it seems to be working out alright. If you don't want to play 4 grade 3s, you could probably, add something else. I'm usually really hesitant about it, but it seems to work just fine for some unknown reason. But she is so good. It turns all your Nociels essentially into draw triggers. It's amazing, and then gives you a swap when you ride her too, so that you can start swapping and then stride, or just get a bunch of advantage going right while they're still on grade 2. So amazing card, basically the whole reason we're running the deck. So good. So grade 2s, obviously we have the 4 grade 2 Nociel, swapping cards, adding cards to hand with the grade 3. So good, so good. Again, a pretty obvious card. We got the 4 Broken Hearts, just makes that defense of the deck so good. It's immaculate. I'm trying to use different words than good and like awesome all the time. We gotta upgrade the vocabulary while we upgrade our decks. So we got Broken Heart. She is amazing defensively. You guys have seen enough Angel Feather deck profiles probably to know how it goes. Offensively with swapping, so good. Defensively with swapping, even better. And then we have the grade 2. That is the reason we're running Celestials in the first place. Danielle. Oh. So my friend brought up this idea to me, so credits to him. Unfortunately, I don't get to take credit for this idea. I know some Japanese players were playing this long ago when Nociel first came out, but she is so good. She makes for these really aggressive turns. You could call her out early game with a few swaps, so you can get that extra attack going early game. Or you can just get extra attacks, like obviously she can be called with the Nociel Stride. And I might do some combos like towards after I finish the deck, but this is so good. You can basically set up a full field restand with just 1 stand trigger when you use the Nociel Stride. It's It's so good. I can't explain how good this card has been in the deck. So that's actually it with our grade 2s. So all of our extra grade 3s are basically going into grade 1s at this point. We have the 4 rescue PGs. I was a little iffy about these before, but they seem to be working out. I don't always use the ability because deck out is kind of a problem sometimes. So I don't always use the ability, but when you can use it, it does come in handy to get that extra power along with the PG. We have the 4 Nociel grade 1s, so that should be pretty obvious. Defense, so good, especially combined with Broken Heart. And then this is the other Celestial we have, Nociel. She allows you to swap a Celestial from your hand into damage and then grab anything. So she's going to put Celestials in the damage zone for your Daniels and act as a Celestial that you can counterblast for Daniel as well. So, so she has been really good. Just adding her there to get extra swaps so that you can set up Daniel more consistently. And she is pretty old, so I did remember I forgot to go over the effect, and since she's pretty old, we'll just do that. If she's in the damage zone, another card's put into the damage zone, you can counterblast a Celestial, and then you can call her to rear guard. So that's why she's so good. You can call her during the battle phase. You could even call her on your opponent's turn if you need an extra intercept. So that's why Nociel is so good. If you have a Daniel in the damage zone, you can swap any of your Celestial cards, like a trigger, into the damage zone. Grab anything, grab that Cardfighter, grab a Nociel, grab a PG, and then you'll have the Celestial in there set up perfectly for Danielle's skill. And I definitely, she's early game too, so you can use her to grab Nociel out of the damage zone, your grade 3s if you need it. So she's been very, very good in the deck. And then the last couple ones, we have 3 Cardfighter. This is weird. This is actually really crazy. Sometimes I have to stride with 2 cards, just because we have 4 grade 3s and 3 Cardfighters. But it doesn't seem to really stop me. It's been working out alright. If you're not comfortable with it, definitely bump this up for 1. Maybe take out a Nociel or take out one of our next card, which is the 1000 Ray Pegasus. But I went with 2,000 Ray Pegasus and 3 rather than the 4 and 1, just to help a little consistency with this guy, because he is such a good booster, boosting for massive numbers, and can really fix your numbers on key Nociel stride turns. So just the 2 of those. And the deck has been working amazing, even though it's got like these funky ratios. That's enough with our funky main deck. We'll go into our Supreme Stride Zone. This was a bit changed when I played the tournament. I have the 3 Nociels, maybe 4 one day, because this card is just so good in the deck. We'll just go over the combo really, really quickly right now. We got. So if you have these guys, in a column, and then you attack with Nociel, you can swap these guys into the damage zone, call her, and a different card. Then you can use her skill to swap a Celestial into your damage zone, while you already have the Daniel there. And then since a card got put in while you had the Daniel in there, you can counterblast the Celestial and call it out. So you have those 2. So you have the full new column here, you have the new Daniel here. So that's why I was saying, if you hit the 1 stand for this booster, stand that, then you can call out a full column and the Daniel, and you can get the full field restand pretty easily. So that's like one of the key plays for this deck, and it requires a Nociel stride. So that's why I have it at 3. Really tempted to bump it up to 4 because it's just so amazing. And I'll tell you what I'll cut in just a second. So the fourth stride, I guess, we have 1 Nociel. Since we don't really build soul, we can only use the 1, but it's an amazing finisher as always. If you just use the Nociel stride to set up a Broken Heart on one side and a 1000 Ray on the other, or 2 Broken Hearts, you can just use the Nociel when you're at high damage, just to clinch out that game really easily. So Nociel is definitely MVP. Well, not MVP, not as much as the Nociel stride, but he can really help clinch out games when you need him. Gabriel stride, this is the one that I would cut for the extra Nociel. I'll probably take out 2 since you need to flip. So 1 will become a Nociel, 1 will become an extra G-Guard for more utility. Because Gabrielle Shroud, while it's really good, what it tends to do is just deck me out really, really fast. So I really don't like to use her more than once, just because I'll deck out so fast, because you got the extra rescue 2 going through cards in your deck. You already have the Nociels just going through your deck really, really fast. So I probably will take out one of these for extra Nociel and an extra G-Guard for some utility, because Nociel is doing almost the same thing with just a lot more consistency. Because I only go in, like, if I have all my triggers out, or a lot of triggers I see, I'll always go into Nociel. But if I don't, then I'll use Gabrielle, just because she has a chance to hit all those triggers and really good. But even with Nociel, you only need that one stand to reset the field. So that's why it's almost always better to go into Nociel. Though Gabrielle's pretty good at unflipping your damage, and you can do some shenanigans with Danielle, because if you call a Danielle from her rescue effect, so like 2 cards go in, and then you have Danielle in the damage zone, you call the Danielle, and then since she puts the top card of your deck back into the damage when she's called, then you'll get another swap, and you can bump her up to that 11 if your opponent hasn't got triggers. That's pretty neat, pretty cool combo there. But I probably will bump this down just to get more Nociels, because Nociel has felt a lot better than using Gabrielle when I've been playing the deck. Lastly, we have the 4 Raphaels. You might wonder why I wouldn't cut Raphael for Nociels instead of Gabrielle, because Gabrielle is so offensive. But I really like Raphael's ability to just say, like, oh, I'm not at a good point right now. Let's just heal. We'll chill for a bit. Let's just chill, and then next turn we'll be able to, put off a better assault, that kind of thing. Just kind of get it so that you can time your attacks much better. So Raphael has been really good for that. And then we have 1 Dismal to protect your broken hearts. Maybe goes up to 2 with the removal of Gabrielle. 1 Orpheal just for that free 5k. And then 3 Rescue G Guardians to help hit Nociels, or to buff up your broken hearts on your opponent's turn, which also adds to Vanguard, obviously. So really, really good defensively. I'd probably add another Orpheal or Dismal, just because I tend, sometimes I don't always have the broken hearts in this deck, so that was a big problem. So having more Rescue Perfect Guards or G Guardians may not actually be that useful. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, Cardfighters. Hope you enjoyed the Nociel Celestial deck profile. We got Nociel, the best stride in the deck, the Nociel stride, and the best finisher, in my opinion, the Raziel, just to hit those high numbers. It is a really, really fun deck to play. You get a lot of cards, a lot of attacks, and I really enjoyed playing it. So if you have the cards, definitely go try to build it, play around, tweak it a little bit, and I hope you enjoy it too. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Is 4 grade 3s too little? We're not even running Sariel to grab it from the deck. Give us that thumbs up. It helps out a lot. And make sure to be subscribed for more content. And that's about it. Thanks again for watching. Vanguard Central, out.